Morning, everyone. It is Wednesday. Things have picked up a little bit in the bays. It's not what it was in September. It's still off. What I'm seeing, the trend of people who are serious about consuming auto repair. And what do I mean about that? When they show up to a shop with the problem, their expectations are that they want the car fixed, whatever is wrong with it. And if you're not the shop that can do it, then they're going to find a shop that's going to do it. That's the type of consumer that was showing up. And they were showing up more than just one a day. What do I mean by that? For some reason or another, it seemed like people who were serious about consuming auto repair, at least at my center and other centers, because I have sales data to prove that they were showing up and investing in themselves, repairing and maintaining their current vehicle, avoiding a car payment. To spend $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 is not uncommon to get your vehicle maintenance and repaired up if you've been letting it go, or the mechanic you've been going to looks at your car with blinders on. I had a similar situation yesterday with a lady. High mileage Honda Odyssey, power slider issues, electrical issues. Went to AutoZone, they put a battery in. The battery wasn't the problem. I don't know the history of this car. They were referred to us because we're good at what we do. And, once I didn't even road test the car because I have no clue about it. It came in with a dead battery. She left it running. They had a new battery in it from the day before. It still wasn't running right. Power sliders were stuck open. I'm like, basket case, right? So once I get through the electrical problems and the power slider problems, right, I'm like, all right, now I can look the car over and say, all right, what else is going on with this car? To the tune of, a lot of things have been neglected. One, she realized her brakes were shaking. Two, she didn't realize the brake fluid was almost at the minimum. It needed brakes all the way around. The front end was rattling, but what she acknowledged with was that when she hits her brakes, it shakes horrendously, right? That means there's something wrong. She really wasn't aware of all the issues. And I said, at this mileage, at some point you stopped repairs and maintenance, or your current mechanic just stopped advising you. I don't know where the disconnect came from, but now we're going to reconnect. Can you get another 100,000 miles out of this Honda Odyssey? Presently, right now, yes. If you fix the rest of the shit that's wrong with it, yes, you can get another 100,000 miles out of this car for under $4,000 and avoid car payments. $4,000 isn't even enough to cover 1 year's car payment for the cheapest car you can buy with full coverage. So you do the math. So I said, yes, I drive a 330,000 mile vehicle. I drive a 170,000 mile vehicle every day. And I smile when something goes wrong. I don't cry or get upset or act angry. I say, damn, I haven't had a car payment in 10 years. So what, it cost me $500 or $1,000 or whatever the case may be. It's not costing me, it's not choking me out every month to keep this car going, regardless of what it looks like. So we gave her a little action plan, and, we did the minimum repairs today, and that was that. But my point to the story is, there were volumes of people who were serious about consuming auto repair, and that volume of people have seen that they've pulled back. Now, is it from Charlie Kirk, the government shutdown, insecurities, the holidays that, are completely ridiculous for a bag of candy now for Halloween? Like, look at all the multipliers, right? Look how many people have their hands in your pocket just for you to have what is socially accepted today. Tablet, watch, iPhone watch, or what all it is, right? iPhone watch, cell phone, 2 cell phones, all your apps, all your subscriptions. Look how many people have their hands in your pocket, and you don't need all that stuff. I don't own a tablet. I don't have an iPhone. I don't even have a smart watch. I could, but that means there's more people's hands in my pocket. Buy a new car today. Those apps that run the creature comforts that you want aren't free now. They cost. And then here we go, empty bays at 8 o'clock. We supposedly had an 8 o'clock appointment today for exhaust manifolds. welcome to my world. So it seems the trend of spenders, people serious about consuming auto repair, at least for my location, aren't showing up in the masses that they were. Now, what am I seeing the trend of? People that are struggling financially, I would say, because their cars are in really bad shape and they're not fixing anything. They're paying the diagnostic fee, or they're just completely backing out. And it isn't me. I'm doing my job. I don't knock on their doors and say, come to my shop and let me try and find everything wrong with your car. They show up with problems. How are the boys doing over here? Well, they seem to have something going on. They have 2 cars in the bays at 8 o'clock. How about that? 10 bay shop, 2 cars. It's just weird that this area is just so Twilight Zone. But that's what I'm seeing in my base. Is that it was customers serious about consuming auto repair, asking to get multiple repairs and maintenance done, and that has completely just died off. And there's other shops in my area that I talk to, that I do business for, are kind of on the same roller coaster. It's been quiet. There's days that they're sweeping the floors when they shouldn't be sweeping the floors. Just weird. There's no shortage of cars on the road. Absolutely not. I would say there's probably more shortage of I don't care, and a trip to the dispensary and the liquor store is more important, or maybe, putting food on their table, because it's so ridiculous to feed your family nowadays. I don't have all the answers. Gas prices at Wawa are $2.93 today, or is that $2.99? Let's drive by and see what it is. Like, you can tell that I'm in absolute no hurry to get to my shop, because there's nothing to do other than stand around and kick dust bunnies. $2.99 today. You know where you can get cheaper gas, or more affordable gas? Forget cheaper, more affordable gas. Sam's Club. Go get your Sam's Club membership. Look at these guys. Bah, boo. Just buying it because it's convenient. Always a good thing. Paying more for convenience. What else? Wrenching with Kenny did a video. I'm gonna do a separate video about that next. Thanks for watching. Good morning. Let's have a positive day.